I'm James Green at Ballet Victoria, and you're watching Go Island on Shore TV. Coming up, cadets gather at CFB Esquimalt for a spring break competition. The Mustard Seed Food Bank gets a makeover, and getting ready for a provincial election. All that and much more on Go Island.
Well, thanks for landing me at Ballet Victoria, Karen, but hey, ballet's not such a bad thing. It's rather graceful, and I do like things to be graceful in life. So let's invite Artistic Director Paul Destrooper. Tell us a little bit about Ballet Victoria and what you guys have coming up over the next little while.
Well, Ballet Victoria is a company that is now in its 10th season, so it's our 10th anniversary, and so we are celebrating with more performances and live music and bringing exciting new repertoire.
Now you have a show that's going to hit the stage at the McPherson, and it's the Secret Garden. Tell us about that.
So the Secret Garden is a program that has two parts. The first part, we're going to present three new works, and the second part is a narrative story ballet based on the Secret Garden.
It's a popular story. A lot of people know that story. Tell us a little bit about the story.
The story that we're following is actually based more on Mary, the little girl who goes into the Craven's mansion, and she actually brings back the joy of life and the love and all these things into the household that's grown dark because of the loss of the mother and because of the illness of the son. So she basically gets the son to walk again and enjoy life, and the father to kind of move on past the loss of his wife and reconnect with his son. So
going to a ballet, it's a different way to interpret a story. I mean, it's not like there's words and there's scripts and acting. It's more like a feeling, right? With dancing, explain the emotional state of ballet.
Absolutely, it is more like poetry. It's a little bit more arbitrary, if you want. What we do is that to express emotion, we obviously use choreography and we use a lot of mime also. But the music is what also drives the tone of the ballet. So when the music is happier, it's easier to create a happier mood. When the music is more melancholic and sad, then that's easier to transfer. But the body and people's body and expression helps communicate a lot. Even though we rely a lot on speech, we are very sensitive to a human, like physical shape and facial expression and stuff. And when we use ballet as a narrative, then we really work on that so the audience can seize it, the expression.
When I dance, I definitely use body language.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as you can see in my graceful entrance. Now, you were talking about the music. There is your very own orchestra. Tell us about that.
For this performance, for the Secret Garden in particular, we're going to have Haydn's piano trio as the score. So we have three musicians that all come from Vancouver that are going to perform, all our soloist artists. So the level is going to be very high, and they're going to be on stage with us at the same time.
Very soothing, eh? Like soothing the music.
It is beautiful. It's actually the way it's supposed to be. You know, you experience the arts with live music and with ballet and lighting and costumes and everything. What it does is that it also creates a live beast, essentially, because the tempos are going to change. The phrasing is going to change, so the dancers have to adapt. Whether it goes faster, whether it goes slower, they have to stay with the music. And that's a challenge, but it's also very interesting.
And when will it hit the stage? Tell people when they can see it.
It comes March 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th in Victoria at the McPherson. And then we also take it on tour to North Vancouver, Chilliwack, but we also go to Duncan in April and to Courtenay. And we go to Duncan Cowichan Theatre April 19 and Courtenay Sid William Theatre April 27.
And your website for ticket information?
It's balletvictoria.ca.
Right on. So from ballet performing to some cadets coming to town over spring break to do their very own performance. And I'm going to bring you that story right now. Filling in for Karen, hosting the show from Ballet Victoria today, and I'm with Matthew Clough and Andrea Bain, and they're actually the lead in Secret Garden, which is coming up at the McPherson. So Matthew, how do you do those spins without falling over?
Just practice. You know, you've been training for years, so once you get on stage, you just hope that the training and the technique pays off.
I'm going to show you my spin in a bit and see, you can rate me on how I did.
Okay.
Now, I was talking to your director, Paul, and he was saying that ballet has its roots in France. Could you elaborate on that for us?
Well, ballet originally started as a way to entertain the king and the royalty in France, and from then it just transpired into something just to entertain audiences of all types.
He was also telling us that that ballet adapts some of the moves of fencing. So that's something you didn't know either, did you?
No, I didn't. Not before Paul said that, no.
Nice. Andrea, tell us a little bit about your role in the show. How is it sort of a notch in your belt for your career as a ballet dancer?
Well, we're in the first act. The second act is all of Secret Garden, and in the first act we're doing 3 separate ballets, and it's going to be quite incredible because we're doing a ballet called Le Corsaire, and it's a ballet that is known by a lot of ballerinas, and it's very exciting to get to perform that. I think Matthew would agree that we're both really excited to do such a classical, demanding, hard, technically hard ballet.
Breathtakingly captivating, and you're going to want to stay tuned to the show because yes, I am going to challenge Matt Clough to a spin-off, and we'll see how that turns out later. But now let's go to Nikki Uwanishan because she's telling us about the Mustard Seed Food Bank. They look after 7,000 families a month, and they've got a new lease on life with a new campaign that's about to kick off. Here's that story. Thank you, Risa, for the microphone. Now, the mustard seed looks ready. Thank you, Nikki, for that story. And I'm ready too to challenge Matthew Clough to a spin-off. Here's my effort.
Clearly no match for this superstar 19-year-old. And while he's basking in all his glory, here's what's coming up.
Welcome back to Go Island, and we're hanging out at Ballet Victoria today. And while these guys are doing their practicing behind me, let's take you off up island to a story with our reporter Rayanne LaPlante, who shows what it's like for a woman who has hope to find a lost dog.
Gliding off for a quick break now, but stay with us because after the break, our political correspondent Sean Leslie gets us prepped for the upcoming election.
Now, the Liberals came into this session hoping to make up some ground on the NDP. Instead, they've been rocked by a series of scandals.
Every good ballet dancer stretches before a performance. Maybe that's why I didn't win the spin-off competition with Matt Clough today. Thanks for watching. It's been great hanging out at Ballet Victoria, not something I normally do, but variety is the spice of life. And tomorrow you're going to want to check out the show because I'm going to be hanging out at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel for St. Patrick's Day. So, fiddly-eyed potatoes to you. I better stretch a bit more here. Probably get me doing an Irish jig.